you have a pile of assignments, you have a pile of work to do, you have projects due in a few days, and you're in a rut, you do not know how to get back on track, this video is for you. Hi guys, my name is Ari, and if you like everything lifestyle, productivity, you are in the right channel space. So go ahead and subscribe down below to join the community. Falling behind the schoolwork happens to the best of us. Currently, I am behind the schoolwork. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Maybe life got busy, you procrastinated, you put your work off a little bit too much, and now you're behind. Or maybe you just hit a rough patch. But whatever the reason is, there is a way out. And the most important thing is that you can bounce back. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 6 ways you can overcome falling behind with your academics and bounce back, and also one extra tip at the very end for those who stick around, which is actually very important. So without further ado, let's get into the ways you can catch up on schoolwork without losing your mind. Okay, tip number 1 is to assess your current situation, aka how far behind are you actually. Here you need to list all the pending assignments, the due project, the group assignment that you haven't contributed anything to. You might find this a little bit overwhelming, but don't worry. Just keep on writing everything you need to do as you remember them. Check your calendars, pull up everything as classmates to make sure you're not leaving anything out. Basically, seeing everything in one place actually helps a lot. Bringing out everything from inside of your head and putting it on the pen and paper or on your Google Calendar, amazing. It's like half the work done already. And you need to organize them in terms of urgency and due dates and what is really important, so you can handle the most important tasks first before moving on to the next. Talk to your fellow students and also to your teachers. So at this very point, you cannot do it all on your own. You need help from other people, such as your teachers. If you can ask them questions, go ahead and also your fellow classmates. They can also be of great help. So at this point, you can't do it all on your own. So ask from your friends, ask help from anybody that you know can actually be of help to you. Next thing you need to do is to break down everything you've written into smaller, easily achievable tasks. So if you have a 15-page essay paper to do and it's due soon, basically just instead of thinking of it as I have to write this bunch of words on a topic that I'm not even interested in, you can first say, okay, today I'm going to write the intro. You can even start with creating the document. So I remember when I had a paper due, and basically I just created the document. Like I just named the document and it just felt like it was half the work done already. Also, you can draw out the paper outline. I know, okay, so I need intro, chapter 1 is going to talk about this, chapter 2 is going to talk about that, and basically outlining it like that also makes it more easier to digest. Remember, small wins build momentum. Plus, just having to check things off a list just feels a bit oddly satisfying. It's like a reward system for your brain. Number 4 is to create a study schedule. So I know a lot of people go really complex into doing this, and if you know how to use Notion, you can go ahead and do that. I tried it, I don't know yet. But basically, even using a simple Google Calendar to plan out everything you have to do throughout the week, and you can also plan out your day using just a Google Calendar. Like, take away the complexity out of it and just focus on what you are doing, which is planning out a study schedule. Here's the golden rule: you need to schedule in periodic breaks into your study sessions, because marathon study sessions are ineffective if you burn out halfway through, unless your superpower is writing essays while sleep deprived. Number 5 is a small tip that I like, and basically is to pick the easiest tasks first. Yes, call me lazy, but if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I go for the easiest task first, because that will just give you a boost to your confidence. Like, why try and struggle to do a really hard task when you can basically just pick out the easiest and have fun doing it and do it super quickly and be done and feel good about yourself. plus the boost in confidence that it gives you. It's like, if I can do that, then I can tackle this harder task. And if I can solve this easy leet code question, then I can go on to solve a medium and then a hard leet code question. Basically, making the mountain a lot less intimidating. I mean, it's like tricking your brain to be like, oh, I got this. If I can do this, then I can do that. Our brains don't know reality from imagination, which is why you basically are more likely to become what you think. So if you keep thinking that I'm behind, I'm behind, I'm behind, then you're really behind. But if you trick your brain to be like, oh, we are doing something and we are moving forward, then you are moving forward. Limit distractions. Now, our phones and technology can be of great help, and it's hard to study without them, but it's so easy to get distracted when you're studying because of them. So you really need to set up a workspace free of distractions, aka blocking notifications, silencing your phone, putting it on vibrate, and basically having self-control. And if you're using the Pomodoro technique, working for 25 minutes and taking a 5 minutes break, and you're like me and say, oh, let's scroll on TikTok for a bit, and then go on a rabbit hole that is not 5 minutes. Please, please, please don't scroll on TikTok during your 5 minutes break if you know you can't control it. Okay, do something else. And the last and bonus tip, which is also very important, is to reward yourself. Now, reward systems are literally really good. Like, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Just knowing that there is something good waiting for you at the end of a stressful day, at the end of a stressful study session, just knowing that a good movie, a good series, a good K-drama is waiting for you, it really takes the pressure off and makes things more manageable and easier. So basically, set up something to reward yourself and you'll be all right. Schoolwork does not have to be tedious. It only becomes so when we have made it bigger than it actually is. So even if your work is actually big, just know that there are always easier and smaller things you can achieve to get to that bigger goal. And just take it one task at a time, one subject at a time, and you see that the work just keeps decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. And remember that falling behind does not mean you are failing. It only means that you are human and this happens sometimes. You cannot let it define you and you can always bounce back. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Let others know in the comment section your other tips and things that you've done that has helped you catch up with school and everything. And I'll see you. Bye.